Character number 8, Exetior the Archdemon, one of the main characters in the Nightmare universe. Gender, male. Species, Archdemon X highest. Age, about 10,000 years. Voice actor, 𝐤𝐴𝐵𝐿. True form, a cloak-shaped entity strongly illuminated by a glowing red light, large in size, being several times larger than normal Mobius. Forces, he is one of the most powerful creatures and is immortal. Exact forces he has are unknown. Backstory, being one of the highest, he controlled the order of life in the various dimensions and planets. All the hiests were cold to the worlds that they created. They could erase the world when they get tired of them. In these worlds, the demons were doing all the dirty work for the hiests, and the work they performed was considered to be below the hiest's dignity. A peace treaty was signed, on which demons and hiests retained the world. But one day, everything changed. Exetior was too attached to Mobius, which became his lovely toy. He was its creator, but the other hiests did not want to listen to Exetior, as they thought he was just a pawn, like the many other worlds created by them. Exetior went to Mobius to find out more about Mobius, along with looking for some demons to set in the ranks of the army. His color palette eventually turned dark red. While collecting demons on Mobius, Exetior once saved a wave demon who was named Negagen. Exetior taught him how to more effectively use his power. Later on, Negagen helped him when a flock of demons, uniting their forces, decided to attack Exetior. As a result, Negagen and Exetior became friends, and the latter became a pupil of sorts to Exetior. After the gathering of troops, the peace treaty was terminated. Exetior started a war with the hiests. Along with this, he pretended to erase Mobius. However, he was defeated by the hiests and was imprisoned in a special prison where he spent several thousands of years to rot in and was humiliated by the rest of the hiests. But one day, because of sudden chance, he was able to escape from this prison and make his way into one of the dimensions of Mobius, starting his recruitment of a new army to enact his revenge. This caused the events of Nightmare beginning. He successfully captured Sonic's body, but his body could not completely be subdued. Sonic's Dark Guardian, Green, said that Exetior will get full control of it when he has destroyed all of Sonic's hope. Exetior decided to do this by killing Sonic's beloved friends. The first was Tails, Knuckles, and, oddly enough, Dr. Ivo. Because of incomplete control, the hedgehog's body darkened in color and began to have black-slashed, pointed eyes with glowing red pupils. He began to use all sorts of illusions and deceptions that resulted in a demonization of the First Trinity. Exetior uses simulations to view the various timelines and finds the best result for himself to pursue, which it subsequently follows. In the games, it is never shown that he has strong divine powers, since he holds them back because of the barrier of his powers. If he will show his true power, the hiests will detect it and he will get caught. Exetior did not give up and decided to continue his army in secrecy. He took his team of demons from the last war, which included Negligent, with whom a good relationship was forged before the war, Vision, and Sark. He created an out-of-world palace called the Blood Temple, which became a gathering place for demons and their base. Sometimes, an Exetior saw everyone around him, even other demons, as his toys. His favorite toys are the people he cares about. The main task of Exetior and the gang is to avoid alerting the Highest to where they are, and at the same time, prepare for a new war with them. Exetior's appearance in Nightmare Beginning, classic version, levels with his participation. Green Hill, different time of day variations. Hide and Seek, Acts 1 and 2. You Can't Run. ... Subconscious Mind, different versions. Deadly Fog, Destroyed Mind, Map Brain. The first three include Tails, Knuckles, Eggman. He suits them with various traps for subsequent demonization attempts. The game has many outcomes of events, but the bad ending is canonical. In continued Nightmare, his team also include a scientist demon, Vision, that puts various experiments on his victims, and the demon of sharpness, Sark. They help him collect the participants for the confrontation with the Highest. In part 1 of Eye of 3, he hunts down the second trinity, Amy, Cream, and Sally. At the end of the first part, which resulted in the rescue of all the girls, Exetior was ready to start their demonization, but the Highest sent signals which distracted him, and the girls were able to escape. In Eye of 3, Exetior sees potential in the second trinity when they are together, so he asks Eggman to create a new eye virus that would give them more power and inner connection with the deep bonding within them. Along the way, he collects time stones, which are among the most powerful artifacts in the universe. After collecting them all, the owner will be able to manage the flow of time. At the end of the true ending, Sark lured Exetior and Negligent into a trap, intending to do away with them. His actions attracted Stitchlight, one of the main Highest, who was residing in Sally's body. With the death of all three girls, Exetior ends up fighting against Fleetway's Supersonic, who cannot accept the reality of the situation. In the remake of Nightmare Beginning, he also often takes the image of Sun. Initially, he is indifferent to what is happening, but after the resistance of the heroes, his aggression erupts. He can also hack into the circuit boards of some robots. For example, Eggman's robots during the battle between Metal Sonic and Exetior. In the Nightmare shorts, in episode 2, the Highest are also prepared, and they are confident in the defeat of Exetior. Exetior appears to have feelings for Rosie. In episode 3, the end of the episode, Exetior learns that one of the time stones has been destroyed. In episode 4, he has a big role to play, as there is a story about his past.